200-mile-long dividing line towering over the low Arizona deserts, the Mogollon Rim rises to nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, forming the southern edge of the Colorado Plateau. Many years of erosion and faulting have left the escarpment with views in geology that rival those of the Grand Canyon. While the rim country can easily be seen from Interstate 17 or any of the state highways that run north out of Phoenix, if you want to experience the true beauty and serenity of the rim, you need to get off the beaten path and on to the National Forest roads. The drive takes us north up Highway 87 and high into the Coconino National Forest. After crossing the Rim Road, a stop to take in the cool summer breeze at Black Canyon Lake is in order, before getting one last glimpse of the rim from below on the way home. So we're here at the entrance to the Mogollon Rim Road. It's a beautiful 70 degrees up here in the forest compared to, probably 90 to 95 back in Phoenix. So the road begins here. June 18th, 2002. Smoke is reported in the afternoon near the rodeo fairgrounds on the Fort Apache Indian Reservation. By early evening, 1,200 acres are burning, and strong winds have fueled the fire to over 2,000 acres by the following morning. Over the next 3 hours, the rodeo fire quadruples in size and continues to grow out of control. 2 days later, on the morning of June 20th, another fire is reported near Chetasky Peak northwest of Payson, which quickly explodes out of control. Fed by the same strong winds, the Chetasky fire grows to over 2,000 acres by mid-afternoon and to over 14,000 acres the next morning. At the same time, the rodeo fire has already consumed 150,000 acres. The two fires merge on June 23rd, triggering the first round of evacuations of nearly 50,000 people in the surrounding communities. By June 28th, the fire is 28% contained and is not brought completely under control until July 7th. All in all, the rodeo Chetasky fire destroyed about 400 homes and burned a total of 460,000 acres on the Mogollon Rim, an area roughly 2/3 the size of the state of Rhode Island, making it, at the time, the worst wildfire in Arizona history. Amazingly, no one is killed or seriously injured. Investigators determined that the fire was arson, set by a seasonal firefighter who was trying to get hired as part of a quick response crew. The arsonist was charged, convicted, and sentenced to 10 years in prison. As devastating as these fires can be, positive things do come from them. New forest management laws were enacted at both the federal and state levels, and these pine forests rely on fire to reproduce and rejuvenate. While the scars of the rodeo Chetasky fire are still very visible 14 years later, the forest is well on its way to recovery and rejuvenation, and being back to the lush, flourishing environment it once was. Well, here's another vista. For me, it's lunchtime. Time to go enjoy. See what we got here. Cold barbecue chicken pizza, baby. Yum yum. Barbecue chicken pizza. Cheers. Try and hike out to this little lookout here to see if I can get some better shots. We're at about 7,700 feet. Well, you can certainly feel it. Now this, my friends, is what we're talking about. Back on the pavement now after an absolutely awesome run across the Mogollon Rim, and now we're going to see if we can find Black Canyon Lake. Black Canyon Lake sits approximately 18 miles southwest of the town of Haber in the Apache-Sitgreaves National Forest. The Arizona Game and Fish Department built the lake in 1964 to provide water recreation opportunities for the public. Today, it remains one of the most beautiful and secluded spots for picnics, camping, and fishing on the rim. I should probably mention, though, that if you want to camp, you must do it at the campground that's about 2 miles up the road, since camping right at the lake is forbidden due to the risk of falling trees left over from the Rodeo Chetasky fire. The lake was at the epicenter of the fire, and even though there are still deep scars from the fire on the road into the lake, the perimeter of the lake has for the most part returned to being lush and forested. Black Canyon Lake sits only about 6 miles from Highway 260, but the lack of paved roads that access it help keep the lake serene and secluded. Boating is allowed at the lake, but boats are restricted to a 10 horsepower or less electric motor. Since the lake sits at over 7,000 feet elevation, the water was refreshing but still a bit chilly, and the 72-degree air temperature was cool enough I didn't quite feel the need to go swimming. As we get one last glance at the Mogollon Rim from below along Highway 260 on the way home, I am still blown away by the beauty, serenity, and peacefulness of the Rim country. It is the perfect place to get away, relax, and escape the desert heat. While people come to Arizona every year from all over the world to see the Grand Canyon, if you want to get away from the crowds and are willing to get off the beaten path to get a similar experience, the Mogollon Rim may just be the place for you.